Hey guys, welcome to the 5th episode of Dunewich on Dirt. I'm your host, McCrory. Today, I'm going to have Big Mike back talking with me, discussing the Chili Bowl, the Vado weekend with the late models out in New Mexico, looking forward to World of Outlaw late model season starting in Volusia this weekend, and everything going with Georgia-Florida Speed Week, news for the Scrub and Winter Freeze, and whatever else we got going on in Carolinas and beyond. Let's get to it. We got Big Michael Schmel on the line here for today's episode. First of all, we're going to talk about the Chili Bowl. Michael, first off, what was your thought about the main event, about Logan Seavey getting his first Golden Driller?
I had a great time watching it again. If you guys were in the live stream, you guys just saw. But
I'll post some highlights.
I don't know if you do. I don't know if you could do that. But anyways, it was a interesting race. Track wasn't the best that it could have been or it was throughout the week. There's a lot of one line, but there was some racing. Tanner Thorson almost had some shots at the end of it, but Logan really controlled that race from lap 1 to lap 55.
Do you think Buddy would have beat Logan if he didn't have his troubles on Tuesday?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, fuck.
Eh,
He couldn't even make it out of a D main, so I don't know.
Yeah, once you get stuck deep in the soup like that, like what happened to him and Seavey, it's just all you can say is what could have been, or like what could they have done if certain moments didn't happen. Like if Buddy didn't have to do his wall ride during the prelim night while leading, if CJ Leary just didn't get bullied his entire prelim night on Thursday. Like I swear, every time I looked up on the screen during a CJ Leary race, he was upside down or something. Like, so some of those guys just have great luck during the week, and some of the guys, they just can't get out of that building fast enough. Going back to the track prep and stuff, and just how long the event took in general, there is a lot of work they could do to it. It's an amazing, awesome event, but there's always room to improve. There's always ways you could expedite the process. Like, first of all, they were an hour and a half getting the late, like early soup mains started. They were supposed to start at, I believe, 10:15 Central Time. Or no, 10:15 Eastern Time. They didn't get started till about 11:30 Eastern, I remember. And that just sets them behind the 8 ball the whole night. And how long it takes them for all of their driver introductions and all the stuff they do for TV, I just feel like it really kills the mood for the people at home. I bet the atmosphere is still great for the people in person. If anybody that was there wants to chime in on what it was like for them, I bet there was still more stuff to do, obviously, because you're there. But I wonder if that bogs down the experience for the person there and how they feel about the event, especially Saturday.
Yeah, it could have, but
Yeah. We would still like to have Dunewich on Dirt on location there for 2024. That would be fun. Or Vado. No, we're not doing Vado. Vado is too far out there to make it worth it for us, I feel like, at this point.
yeah,
Yeah.
a little too far-fetched.
Yeah, if I had family or something within, like, an hour or two, I would do it. But the closest family I have would be Phoenix, and I'm pretty sure it's about the same for you with that, too.
Yep.
Speaking of Vado, what do you think about the racing at Vado and Davenport being the worst driver on earth for not getting 6 in a row?
That race is really, really good. Again, if you haven't seen the highlights of that, you want to go check it out.
Which night?
All
All
the
of them.
nights, really, all of them really were fucking good.
I'd say night 2 was probably the least eventful. That was where Davenport led all 40, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think it just got better throughout the week, honestly. The track prep was awesome.
Really, really great event. Nothing to really say no about.
Night 1 through 3 was Davenport, but like they didn't let him have it easy, except like I said, like night 2 maybe. Like I feel like that was his only actual dominating night. Like night 1, he had to go take the lead from Bobby. Night 3, what was night 3? Night 3 was that great battle between him, Bobby, and Kyle.
Yeah.
And then night 4, Bobby won, but I don't remember how that happened. I think Davenport fell off a little bit. And then night 5 was Marler and Bobby, which the common factor of who was involved in the great racing every night was Bobby Pierce in his ugly 2008 paint scheme.
That wasn't the best paint scheme ever.
Do you think he's going to switch it up before big racing really starts in a couple of weeks or in
I
March
hope.
for him up north?
I hope we'll see.
I know he's going to do something special for the dream and everything
Oh
in
yeah,
June, but
always.
do you know if he changes up his paint scheme to a new primary after that, or does he go back to his primary from the beginning of the
He
year
usually
like
goes
Votto?
back to it.
Okay, because I remember last year for Votto, he had like that throwback white scheme with the red number that didn't really have a lot on it.
Hopefully, this is a throwback to 2008. So
The good old Bob Pierce throwback. But Kyle Larson had some comments after the final race on Sunday night about if he was going to be coming back to Votto and what he thought of being there in New Mexico for that event was. Michael, what was it that Kyle said in general?
he basically said he's planning on coming back to Votto next year.
That's awesome.
I mean, I don't really blame him. He's won the Chili Bowl
Twice.
He hasn't won Votto yet, so he's got to go try to win that thing.
Yeah, I would like to see Kyle do a 4 out of 6. I would like to see Kyle get a good amount of wins at Votto. But he was also, I feel like if you read in between the lines there a little bit, he was kind of digging at the Chili Bowl and Han and those people that run it.
Yeah.
Saying how quick the event ran every night and how good the track prep was and stuff. It's like, I feel like as much as he was praising Votto and talking about how good that was, he was digging at the people down in Tulsa.
The Saturday portion of Chili Bowl is not run the best.
It wasn't.
They really need to try to figure out a different way to do it. I see some ideas on Twitter that have really, honestly, been good ideas that really I should consider, but they're probably not going to consider them. So.
Nah, I don't know for sure, but I think the guy that runs it and some of the people that are head of the board over there, they're kind of just stuck in their ways and not looking to really modernize more than they've allowed the people around them like Flo and Lucas to do so. I feel like it's still up to them to make the final decisions, to expedite the process, change up how prelim nights and how the beginning of the soup runs. Because I feel like the prelim nights ran pretty smoothly besides Wednesday, obviously, and we'll maybe talk about that for a second in a minute.
Yeah.
Like they were done, what would you say, 10 Central each night there, 11 Eastern?
Around that time, yeah.
Which isn't bad. That's not bad. Obviously, it was later Wednesday. The horrible incident with Ashton Torgerson. I am glad he is okay. That was one of the scariest things we've ever seen live.
Yes, it was.
We were all watching
after looking at the replays.
Yeah, we were all watching it together on our all 3 separate legal Flow racing streams. Yeah, it's all legal. We promise. You can go look at our bank accounts. But we just saw them cut the cameras and didn't really understand what was happening. And then like how they're talking, we're like, oh my God, like this has to be serious. So Michael's like, I'm going to do a replay. So Michael looked back at it and it's a couple second delay for Michael since it's through him. And we just hear Michael go, oh my God. And we don't hear me, Lane Logan. We don't hear Michael talk like that. We don't hear Michael.
Yeah, you don't hear that much out of me that often. Like
Concerned like that. So when we see the helmet pop out as the flip is happening, and then the roll, and then him going out of the car, it was literally one of the most terrifying. We're just like, he's dead. He's literally, there's just no way. Like most of us watch Dan Weldon live. We just know it's always been a part of racing, but you just obviously never think it's going to happen going into watching an event or being at an event or even strapping yourself into the car. Like, I know everybody for the rest of the event and everybody the rest of this year, and I hope forever, like using that as a lesson, just to know to strap in yourself, take the extra safety precautions, spend the extra money when you might not even have the means to. Like a lot of these local level guys, they might not spend a little extra money to make sure that they're safe just so they can get on track.
Stuff like that needs to, no extra money needs to be spent for stuff like that.
Yeah, like not throwing my buddy under the bus, but I ran an IndyCar race at Southern National a couple months ago in asphalt, and I did not feel safe, but I still went through it, and thankfully nothing happened. But I was just wearing a regular car lap belt. I was just wearing helmet, fire suit, obviously, but like no window net, no roll cage. It was a old Mercury, like 2000 something like that. But like I texted James, my buddy, who's his car. I was like, if I'm gonna race another car for you, I need some better safety, or I'm gonna bring my own safety in. Just straight up, like I'm glad he was there, and Ashton and his family was a part of delaying like some of the celebrations and stuff before the C, B's, and A's began on Saturday. And it was great to see them, and that's worth it. Things like that being worth it. Rico and his artist from giving them the painting and his interviews and stuff. That was awesome. It was great to see. But yeah. I just really hope Chili Bowl overall makes some improvements off their already great event and how much notoriety and stuff it's brought, including coming from the NASCAR guys that are or are not there. I just really hope it just keeps getting better and keeps building, because it can just get bigger over time, and hopefully one day it can be up to the size of the Daytona 500, the Indy 500, or Monaco, or Eldora.
Get like that.
I know it's cool to wish and dream, though. I know it's more of a niche type of motorsport, more niche than motorsport already is in general. But after Votto and Chili Bowl last weekend, this weekend we got Volusia coming up for the World of Outlaw Late Models, starting off their 2023 campaign. Michael, who are some of the drivers that are going to have full time this year?
Honestly, I gotta go to Woe, because they're actually gonna have a lot of drivers. Right? I mean, right now they probably have more committed full timers than Lucas.
I think it's pretty even though.
But right now you got the likes of B. Shep, Chris Madden, Tanner English,
Max Blair,
and Dennis Herb Jr.'s coming back. Nick Hoffman, surprise.
Yeah, I really hope he does well. Ryan
and
Gustin.
Then some of the few usuals you have, like the Brett Larsons, Briggs.
What?
Ryan
Gustin,
the Gordy Dundaker.
I've always gotten the Gundaker brothers confused. Trevor
but
and Gordy.
I really think it's going to be a battle between Shepard and Madden. I don't really see Shepard or Herb really being in contention for this.
Yeah, and I love Dennis and Heather Lynn too. They're good people. I prediction
Rookie of the year. I think it's only Peyton Freeman versus Nick Hoffman. I mean, honestly, I think Nick Hoffman gets that.
I do too. As much as I like Peyton Freeman and that GR Smith team, I feel like just overall Nick just has the more experience overall with race cars. Maybe not the late model in general. Prediction I was going to say a second ago is I feel like Nick is going to have a very hot start. Like he's going to be on fire. He's going to be surprising some people, getting a lot of podiums and maybe a win or two here and there. But I feel like over the long haul, still learning these cars and Shepard and Madden just being so consistent, I feel like they're going to eat him up and he'll finish third or fourth in points. You're right. It's going to be between Madden and Shepard, though.
Yeah, I really think that as well. It's going to be Madden or Shepard are really going to be the big deciders of who gets the championship.
It would be Shepard's fourth, correct? Fourth or fifth?
Be his fifth.
It would be his fifth, and that would. Does he already have the championship record for Woe, or is he still tied with Josh?
He's still tied with Josh.
Hey, I want Smokey to get it. I really do. I think he can do it. I was talking with Kelly Carlton a couple episodes that we both of us want a South Carolina guy like Kelly to get the dream win too. I just want everything for Smokey Madden, just as like a kind of homer, kind of like you with people like Mike Norris and Satterley and everybody in the Eckerts and everybody in that area. It just means a little bit more to you because those are your guys from your same area.
Mm-hmm.
For the late model races we have after Volusia for Thursday through Saturday, 19th through 21st. Lucas starts their season at Golden Isles through the 26th to the 28th for races that are going to pay $10,000, $12,000, $25,000. Then the 29th and 30th, they're going to be at Bubba Raceway Park in Ocala for $10K both nights. 3rd and 4th, they're going to be at Alltech for $12 and $15K in Ellisville, Florida. And then the 6th through the 11th, I'm going to be the final night of this. at East Bay Raceway Park. I think this is their next to last year Raceway Park. I think 2024 is the last season.
They got one more year after this. I'm pretty sure.
And I'm gonna make it down there before it's gone. I'm gonna be there on Saturday the 11th. They're gonna be running for 5K, 5K, 7K, 10K, 12K, and then finish off that Saturday the 11th with 15,000 to win. And then Dirt Car has the 13th and 14th with late models, and I know CRUSA Street Stocks and the Sprint cars are gonna be there too that weekend. I don't know if that's sanctioned WOA for the Sprint cars though. I'm not too sure. I have to look into that, but I believe it is. And that's the 13th, 14th, 15th, and then 16th, 17th, 18th back for the WOA late models for Volusia for 10K, 12K, and 20K. And then they finish it off back at Alltech for XR Super Series on the 20th for 20K. And then after that, a lot of the guys have about a month to decide if they're going to really commit to which series they're going to really commit to. Because as they say, they commit now, and then you have switches last year like Shepard.
The big guys you're going to really have about really a series are going to be like your Devin Morans, Kyle Bronson,
K. Dillard.
All those, K. Dillard, yeah.
Mike Marlar.
Ricky Weiss, Mike Marlar.
Stormy Scott. Did Stormy Scott or Johnny Scott confirm?
Stormy Scott is full time with WOA. Yeah.
Okay. And pretty much everybody's returning for a Lucas, like the Dalton Wilsons, the Ross Robinsons, the Ricky Thornton Juniors, the Turbos. Not really a lot of people switching up.
Not really a big rookie class right now for Lucas.
None for Lucas right now.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to get a few, I'm going to assume.
After Speed Week, I feel like a couple guys be like, okay, we did good at Speed Weeks. We're like 8th, 9th in points. Let's go.
Honestly, I can maybe see like a Ricky Weiss go for Lucas full time.
I would like it.
I'm pretty sure he has not ran Lucas yet, so he would be considered a rookie.
It's
pretty easy money for him to win. He could easily get into the top 10 in points.
I believe I saw that they bumped up their Rookie of the Year prize to 25K.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just pumping more money. Obviously, all the more money they're pumping in with their playoff system for this year. The race for the championship. We've already discussed that in length.
Also, I wouldn't be surprised to see that. I think it'd be kind of good for the series as well, but we will have to find out.
We'll have to find out. And down here in the Carolinas, the biggest sport compact race of the year, SCDRA Winter Freeze at Scriven Motorsports Complex in Sylvania, Georgia. For the second year in a row, it might be more than second, but only based on my knowledge. The Southern All-Star Super Late Model Series is going to be there again, which is awesome, starting off their season with 10K to win. Sport Compacts are still paying 19, but still, it's going to be awesome to see those guys, Ray Cook and Kelly Kelcar working together again. Also, again, shout out Ray for his win at the Ice Bowl like 2 weeks ago. Awesome other podcast to listen to after this was Kyle Armstrong's 4Byte podcast with Ray, just talking about some of the old times and people he got started with, and a lot of stuff about Tri-County, which I'm definitely going to make it out there for the, the Flow Night in America race they have in September, October. I would love to make it out there in the mountains, but it's like a 4-hour drive on a Wednesday, and I got to work. Like, I don't want to, like, big thing with me is some of these tracks I want to go to or, like, feature on Dunewich on Dirt for Fridays, they're like 3 hours away, and I just can't swing that. So that's why the only one I have right now for Fridays is Carolina, because my only other options would be like if I want to do a Lavona in Georgia, Tri-County, or what was that one, Halifax or County Line out in eastern North Carolina. Those are the only Friday night shows, because Lawrence County switched to Fridays. So I'm still considering my 4th track if I'm going to stay with Lawrence County, get rid of a 4th track, or just roll with a 3. I'm kind of leaning towards rolling towards a 3, but I'll have it confirmed in the next couple weeks and stuff's more ironed out. We're going to have the ultimate schedule out in about 2-3 weeks at this point. I haven't really bugged anybody about it since, but we should already have the Carolina Sprint Tour schedule. I was talking to them a couple days ago. They said it was going to be hopefully Monday, and it's Tuesday at 5:30 at this point. So when it's out, I'm gonna have it posted everywhere on Dunewich on Dirt. But besides that, Michael, you got anything else you want to include for Dirt Racing World?
That's all I got, really.
there's any little last things. I think I'm good. I'm gonna see if I have more stuff to. I don't know if we're gonna have enough content to be posting a podcast next week or a week after. I might kind of go quiet a little bit until the winter freeze, and then for the winter freeze, I'm gonna be going full bore. I'm gonna be there the Friday and Saturday. I'm gonna be Sunday night. I'll be there the whole day. Well, hopefully most of the day Friday I do have to work, but Saturday I'll be there all day, whole event, doing interviews with drivers, doing like little vlog type style things. Going to be on Instagram Reels and Snapchat and Snapchat, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, those type of things. Obviously, keeping people informed on Twitter. So if you're not following Dunewich on Dirt on Twitter, it's at Dunewich on Dirt, DUNEWICHONDIRT. I had to remember how to spell. Is that on everything? TikTok, YouTube, which is going to be getting started at Winter Freeze. Michael's social media, his Twitter's at M_Schmel2, correct?
Yep.
My personal stuff's Evan McCrory. I'm mostly everything MCCRORY. My Twitter is Father Dunewich. Makes sense. But hope you guys are having a great week. Talk to you guys soon, and see you later, Michael.
See you guys.
Bye.